Hello, lovelies. Welcome to the Alarm Room Podcast. I'm your co-host, Captain Clemens.
And I'm your co-host, Vanessa Tabona. And we believe that self-mastery is a lifestyle. Alignment is the goal. We're so excited. We have an amazing episode for you today. Just get ready. Get settled in.
Okay,
You're in the room.
She's in charge here. You're here. Get ready, guys.
I'm excited. This is going to be a good one. Okay, so we're finding the meaningful changes during this season of life. Yes.
Which relationships or connections have had a surprising impact on your growth?
What changes are you excited to explore next?
Okay, so how has your style, fashion, and self-care changed over the years? Is there a shift in how you carry yourself? I'm all here for change. Always.
All right. Yes. We're not going to go too far back into the past just to reflect, but keep it current and a rippling effect.
Okay.
All right. So first question.
Okay.
What new skill or hobby has had an unexpected ripple effect in your life? You got one?
I do. You want me to take lead or you want to take charge on this one?
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
You sure?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
She got that I'm ready look in her face anyway.
I'm
Go
ready.
first,
You
girl.
can hold on. So check it out, y'all. I've been doing some gardening over the past couple of years, right? I'm 45, so this is totally new. And I was doing, sorting out what seeds, and I'm like, oh, let me not try the cucumbers. So I always fail at the cucumbers. I said, no, not this year, right? So I planted these cucumbers, and when I tell you, I had about like 3 juicy cucumbers, like the size of this mic. No kidding, thick, juicy, awesome. I said, I must be doing a wonderful job.
Ooh, gosh.
I'm doing good.
Yes.
Watering, I'm keeping track. So this particular day, I remember doing it. I said, I'm just gonna, I don't even know, maybe like 2 gallons of water into the cucumber bed. I'm like, this is gonna be perfect. I'm gonna have like 5 cucumbers in a couple of days. You know what I did, Capucine, to these cucumbers?
I want you to kill them.
I killed the cucumbers.
I knew that was coming.
I drowned the cucumbers.
Oh,
now, mind you, when I saw, okay, well, things are like one died off and another one died off. I said, okay, I'm gonna stop watering. I made a mistake.
Oh.
They continued to die off just because of the one day that I overdid it.
Wow.
And so, although this was happening in the garden, I thought to myself, wow, this is like a testimony to life. This is a testimony to business. It's a testimony to relationships.
Yes, yes.
Because I do think that you can love someone too much or protect people too much.
Ooh.
Or what else can we do that's too much that can potentially sever or kill or wither something important in our lives? And so the garden is like that little thing that kind of teaches me little nuggets about life. And another ripple effect with the garden is I'm able to introduce my clientele through skincare, like farm to facial techniques. Because I think when we make a plate of food, we're not like, oh, this is a good amount of iron, great phosphorus today, right? So when we look into the garden to see, where our minerals come from, introducing that to clients as well, for them to look at food differently has a large ripple effect. I think.
Vanessa.
What's going on? What you
Absolutely
think,
love that.
Capucine?
Oh my gosh.
What you think?
Listen, I'm all here for this. I mean, I love the way you just kind of integrated the whole, wellness into your garden concept. Like, I love that. I love it. Yeah, she's phenomenal.
Cool stuff.
I hate I can't get to you more often to get my facials done. I really do. I say this to her all the time. We're like 2 hours away from each other. But I'm gonna make my way out there.
We'll have to take a day.
I'm gonna make my way out there to get me a facial.
No, you're coming. You have to come.
I know.
You can't get out
Soon.
of it.
Exactly. I am. So, what I think about when it comes to a new skill or hobby that's had an unexpected ripple effect in my life, it's been like photography for me. And I will say that, I've now become like this content creator where it started out just being like someone where I'm just taking little videos here, taking little quick, candids there. Now it's becoming like something I'm doing to enhance my brand. So, for me, it's like I am finding ways to grow my business, build things around me, but also seeing the beauty of what's around me as well. Like just seeing the beauty of the world.
So it slows you down. When you take that camera out, it slows you down.
Yes, it does. It does. And I mean, I've gotten better about doing it, but I mean, in terms of like just being able to capture the moment, capture the outdoor, capture the trees, and knowing that I can be in these images, like it's just beautiful to me. Like, so I think just living in that space right now has just really brought me so much joy. you know.
So are you whipping out the camera in public yet?
I'm still struggling with that. I mean,
Well,
okay, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Mine is more intentional. Like, I don't just, it's more planned.
Okay.
Where I know you're just like, here's my tripod. I'm whipping it out. I'm taking the videos. I'm taking pictures. I'm not as intentional, but I am working on that. I do need to become more intentional with my tripod. I need to become more intentional with my camera and taking more videos, whether it's planned or not. So I'm going to take a page out of your book and try doing that. Yeah, I'm still working on that challenge. Like,
well, the downside is you end up having a whole bunch of content you don't even use. But you never know.
Yeah, but ultimately, I'm just loving seeing the ordinary in things right now. You know, just the beauty and just like what the world has to offer.
So important.
With God's creations. You know, that's what I'm doing. I'm enjoying looking at God's creations. So, yeah, that's where I am right now. Well, that's the unexpected ripple effect that it's had on me.
I love it.
Yeah,
I think that's awesome.
Yeah. All right, so so many great topics here.
Yes.
Which relationships or connections have had a surprising impact on your growth? I have to chuckle because I always lead with, you know, I've made like these unexpected relationships. I've forged like these great relationships with women and men, but mostly women, in Zumba, right?
Yes, Zumba. You always talk about Zumba.
I always talk about Zumba.
I love it.
Because we have like this great community. And I mean, like, it's so diverse. There's so much culture differences that is amazing to see and amazing to be around. So yes, I have been able to meet different women that are different from different places, and they're exposing me to different things, whether it's just music, whether it's different foods. I mean, and I love that.
I can imagine.
And of course, my real estate. You know, I mean, I am coming in contact with so many great women that is just amazing at what they do, and I'm just soaking it all up. I mean, and I'm meeting women that they don't mind sharing, which is so key to me.
Gatekeeping,
you know what I mean?
And all that stuff.
Exactly. There's so much knowledge. There's so much stuff to learn in real estate. I'm so grateful to have had God put people in my path that are just leading me into the right way, like leading me into what I need to do to be successful. And I'm so grateful for that. Like, and I'll forever be grateful. So I think just not questioning, you know, who God put in my path. I mean, listen, you and I, right? This is 10 years of knowing one another. 10 years of growing a friendship. You know, I think a bond. And look where we are now.
Would have never guessed.
This is unexpected. This is so totally unexpected. So
well, someone asked us, well, Vanessa, what made you think? And I said, little do you know, my girl Cabasine said, you want to do a podcast? And I don't know how long it took me to answer, but eventually
2 months. Let's be real. She took 2 months to get back to me about this.
I don't know why. But either way, I was like, yeah.
I said one day God put in my heart, follow up. Like, just touch base, because she said she'll think about it. So I touched base, and she's like, I'll do it. I said, let's get it rolling. Let's get it going. And it was like we just started going from there. Like, and it's just been amazing. So unexpected relationships, and it's so much growth in this right here. So I'm so thankful. And I'm going to get emotional, so I'm going to stop.
Don't get emotional. Oh my God. Let me piggyback, because that would be my answer. I think I haven't made like great grand friends since college.
Okay.
And so there's a gap in regards to having profound relationships with other women, but the gap is closing. And because of the podcast, now I don't want to share too much, but I just know, remember before we started, I told Cabasine, I think this is going to stretch me more than we think. I don't want to digress, but I might digress a little. Because as we're curating and creating throughout the process, there was an exposure. Okay?
Look, we've both been exposed.
A little bit. But I had to reel myself back. And one of the things that I've learned is, okay, well, maybe I think I have lots of patience. Maybe I don't. Maybe I'm a rusher and I didn't know it. And you know what I'm talking about. If you want to know what I'm talking about, you just ask me in the chat, and I'll tell you personally what took place our first episode.
Gosh.
But either way, I knew that this project would stretch me, and I am appreciating emotional intelligence, because I think we all have family, friends, associates that you can't say nothing to. You can barely speak to them or have a tough talk. It could be even in your marriage. You just can't have resolution. And I think that this relationship is, you know, we have to problem solve and we have to pitch ideas, and we are just so emotionally sound. Even when we're not, we find the alignment again.
Oh, I love that. And we do.
Cheers.
Yes, girl. I love that. Because she's telling all the truth right there.
Yes.
Like,
gently telling the truth.
No lies told. No lies told.
Yeah. So awesome. I love that.
Yeah, I do
surprise
too.
impact. Well, I don't know whether I'm surprised. I kind of
Yeah.
knew it would
Yeah.
be stretching, but to the extent of
Yes.
the exposure.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's so much of exposing ourselves.
Yeah.
And we're learning each other. We're learning about one another. Whereas before we could just kind of keep it surface, but now we're having to dive in. We're having to really unpack who we are to one another, and that to me is what's most profound about this relationship. And just forging this bond and curating this podcast. Just having to open up more, and I think that's meaningful. And I think you have to have more meaningful people around you that you can open up with. That's the point we're trying to make.
Yeah,
here,
you're
guys.
missing out if you don't crack a shell.
Yes.
Because naturally, I'm an introvert. That's a different topic.
Yeah,
so.
I am too. So look at us now. Well, look at us.
All right.
Look what we're doing. We're both introverts, right?
Just so you know.
Until I'm not. But I think it's important to because you made a great point about having those difficult conversations.
Yeah.
And I think it's really important to have people around you that you can have those difficult conversations with, because it's a matter of growth. That's what comes out of it. You're growing. You're evolving as an individual. And if you're always one of those people that kind of just like shut down because someone just said something you don't want to hear, I think you should go and reevaluate yourself. At some point you have to realize that we're not always right. We're not always right, and that's okay to say, listen, I'm wrong. And I think many of us, we kind of struggle with the idea of having to admit that, okay, I'm wrong. And not subliminally, like just admit that you're wrong. Don't show little subliminal messages here or there, like
passive aggression.
Passive aggression. I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
Sorry.
And let that be that. And let's move on from it and allow the growth to take place. So
that's the challenge.
Yeah, that's the challenge.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ready for the next?
Yeah, I am.
All right. What changes are you excited to explore next?
I know, right? What changes are you excited to explore next? There's so much to talk about there. There's so much to unpack in that question. I'll keep it brief. I'll let you start with this one.
I don't want to be dry, but I do want to, because if you're fortunate to find something that you love and turn it into, your way of making money and it's your business practice, I think that's powerful. So that's what comes to mind here as far as exciting. I'm excited to explore more wellness with my clients. Like we're talking about the garden.
Sure.
I'm teamed up with a wellness brand that helps with supplementation. And I think we're all lacking, whether it's age, stress, or whatever, things that sap us.
Yes.
Right? So our minerals, our hydration, or so on. So for me, although I help people correct their skincare issues, starting with me first, because I always got a pimple somewhere. But this season, I'm excited to share with my clients that are serious more wellness and bring it into a full holistic circle. So not just superficial aesthetics, but diving deeper. And like we're doing here, unlocking the lifestyle that's trapping you from feeling good, thinking good, and maybe getting those connections, whether it's business, friendships, or, really deep love-filled relationships. Yeah. So I'm excited for that in my business to help people
I love that.
holistically heal.
I love the holistic idea too. I think that's so important nowadays, just to go that route versus going the medicine route.
Yeah.
Not against medicine.
No, not at all.
But I think there's other ways to heal yourself. And I think we should tap more into that. Sure. So I like that idea.
How about you?
Yeah, I think for me it's it's leaning more into the alignment side versus the hustle.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
For me that means saying, what did I say a few times ago? Saying no when I know if I say yes will drain me.
Well, some of our viewers agreed that saying no is quite a challenge.
Yeah. And you're right. I mean, I think you have to do things that feed you, and not just if it drains you and doesn't feed you, then it's not working for you. Okay. Right. That's just how I see it. Yep. So I think that's what I'm excited about, is being okay with that concept and moving forward, thinking that I'm going to be healthier doing it that way. Right. I'm going to be healthier mentally, physically. Because I'm not draining myself anymore, and I'm okay with that. And even sometimes it comes with business collaborations too. Even with that, like we were just talking about, business collaborations can also drain you. And I think it's important that's why it's important to have those healthy conversations, because that's when it becomes like, okay, now it's daunting. Now it's something that I really don't want to do anymore. I'm not excited about it.
Yeah, you're faking it.
You're faking it, right? So I think it's
like
important. Yeah, neither do I.
It,
and that is why you and I could have those honest conversations, because we don't like to fake it. So it's like, okay, listen, let's just put it on the table. Let's discuss it. So even in business collaborations, I think it's very, very important to have those relationships so that you can maintain professionalism and also keep a sound relationship, you know, at the same time. So yeah, that's what I feel.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
All
so
right, so things come to mind with that.
I know,
so
and that's why I said there's so much more to unpack. But you know, while I said starting out, I said I'll keep this one brief. So wow, this one here, I'll start with this one. Okay,
go for it.
So how has your style, fashion, and self-care changed over the years? Is there a shift in how you carry yourself?
Oh my God, my 20s. Okay.
Well, your
20s.
Motto, first of all. So
okay.
Fashion is like you breathe this.
Yes. Early on, late teens, early 20s, I did a little modeling and it was great. But even then, I still was shopping on a budget. So if I didn't get clothes pulled for me, then I was definitely shopping on a budget. So I kept it cheap, but classy at the same time. You know, now my 30s are more, I think I pull a little of trendy items in my closet, just a little bit. But now that I'm 50, it's like, you know, I can bring all those items together and still make them work, just like I did back when I was in my 20s. But, you know, I still like a little ratchet, though. You know, I'm listening. Don't laugh at me,
Mix
girl.
it up.
I still like a little ratchet every now and then, honey. Because, listen, and when I say ratchet, let me clarify that. I still like to wear my little shorts, my little hot jean shorts. But I might wear a longer blouse or a sweatshirt or something to cover up the cheeks that might hang out in the back. But that's my ratchet, okay? And usually I wear my ratchet with my husband because he's okay with my ratchet.
That's excitement.
You know, exactly. It's giving, she's still fun.
Yeah.
It's giving, she still can have fun like she did in her 20s. That's what it's giving, guys. So listen, I've been married almost 30 years. You have to keep some excitement going. And that's some of my excitement. Okay.
That's a big deal. That's a big deal. Big win. Big win.
Yeah. So I think that's what it's all about now. And then just trying to integrate my business attire into all of that at the same time. You know, because I mean, you know, you have to step out. So it's like, you know, me being able to go from my daily outfit to going out with the girls. You know, so that's what I try and do. I didn't do that in my 20s. Who cared? I'm going out exactly the way I went to work. Like, you know, I got my jeans on or whatever, blazer. I'll take the blazer off and just wear the candy. But now I might just keep the blazer on all night. That's a change. You know, it's just I've always been classy, in my opinion.
I can tell.
I've always tried to carry myself in a very sophisticated way. But I do like to have a little fun when it comes to fashion, because I think that's what fashion is all about, expressing yourself. And I always tell people that, you know, I think I'm more inclined now to not just dress for a particular style, but dress how I'm feeling. It's even with my music, right? I said a few episodes ago that for me, it's when I put on clothes, it's what am I feeling like today?
Yeah.
Do I want to feel a little classy? Do I want to feel a little rock and rollish? Do I want to feel a little edgy? Do I want whatever I'm feeling? That's how I dress.
But you know what? When you say it that way, it's like you're dressing in a way that keeps you in tune with you, not for who you're presenting yourself to, but you are presenting yourself to you. So how has style and fashion changed? I'm gonna wow you with this one. Are you ready? Well, okay. First, I think that I probably dress more for the silhouette versus skin. Meaning, when I was younger, I liked 20s, college, going out. The shorter the skirt, the better. Right? Can you see the bra through the shirt? Right? Right. So, plus, I love skin in general. I think it should be celebrated. In a healthy, you know, fashionable way. But now that I'm older, right, in my 40s, I much rather, like, when I see another woman and she has a beautiful silhouette, and you know, the fashion is important and what she's wearing, but how she's put it together and how it makes her, how it complements her form, whether she's thick, whether she's tall, whether she's short, those type of things fascinate me. And I think that now I'm getting a little fuddy-duddy, just a little, meaning I want, like, just give me the set. I don't want to go shop and ching, ching, ching through the hangers. Just, okay, the pants matches the bottom. We talked about that. You're like,
I'm laughing. That's why I'm laughing. It's like,
just enough.
I'm staying away from all
set. Capucine, leave me alone. I need the set because I got to go. Okay, but you know what? Let me wow you with this one. I thought about this one. In my younger years, we talked about being introverted. I was horribly introverted. like shy.
Okay.
And I think what I put into my wardrobe now is a smile. I smile a lot more than I would when I was younger. So when I'm out, as soon as I leave the door, dress, makeup, hair, I incorporate using a smile as part of the wardrobe. It helps with business. It helps with network. It helps with connection.
Yes.
And I believe that being happy is a strategy. So even if you just hype yourself up with a smile, it makes a big difference in your approach to people. And do you find that, like, let's say you're in a crummy mood, you're running to the post office or grocery store, versus when you are conscious of I'm smiling, good morning to strangers, the world responds so much different to you with your outfit with a smile.
Yes, I can relate because I have been told that I could have the breast and bitch face at times. So,
Me too.
So I'm a little more intentional with that.
Yeah.
You know, because I feel like I want people to know I am welcoming. Like I am a very warm person, but I overthink. So you might catch me in that phase where I'm thinking about something. You know what I mean? So now I got this really serious look on my face. But now, yes, when I walk out the door, I'm grinning. I got this warm look on my face because I want you to know that I'm approachable. Yeah. That's important to me nowadays. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. All right. All right. Gosh, this is so much fun. We already have 4 questions. I mean, really? Come on now. All right. So what things do not trigger you now, but could trigger and vice versa?
You have a juicy one?
I don't. I'm gonna let you start with that one.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Let me think on it.
What what does not trigger me now, but it used to?
Yes. Okay. What things do not trigger you now, but could trigger you and vice versa?
I used to want to be understood, right? So let's say, again, misunderstanding or argument or whatever, right?
Okay.
I would like die on the sword of, well, you need to understand why. Or when people say they need closure, like that was my bad.
Okay.
It's very important that we have a consensus here. And what I've discovered in my more mature years is sometimes people are determined to misunderstand you, maybe not on purpose. But let's say someone doesn't really like you. Let's say someone isn't getting what they want from you. So when you go to collaborate and communicate, it's almost as if they purposefully are doing their best, subconsciously even, to I just don't understand your rationale. I don't understand why. And I don't. Sometimes it's okay not to be understood and leave it as is, and you don't need closure. I think me and you spoke about this other day too. Confusion. Or it might have been another friend. I said, when something starts off confusing and you're trying to make sense of it, there's a reason why it's confusing. You may not be able to make sense of it, but years ago, I'd want to make sense.
Yes.
When there's confusion.
That's true.
Now I'm like, okay, confusion from the beginning, you're not going to, most of the time, you're not going to get a clear cut at the end. So it's okay. I'll move along.
Yeah.
You know,
And I think when you say it's confusing, I think at that point when you realize it's confusing, right? I think it becomes not fruitful. Okay. Now it's just not a fruitful situation. So you can't grow from that. Right. So I think that's a great point. I love that. Yeah. You know, honestly, for me, it's the overall growth check. You know, just I think just realizing that I don't always need to care about someone's opinion of me.
Okay.
And I think as I've grown, I've gotten older, I care less. You know, I used to.
That's right. I made the phrase.
I care less, right? I mean, because you can't worry yourself about how someone feels about you and what they think about you. And I went through a lot of my 20s and 30s worrying about that, trying to get the validation that I needed, whether it was from family or, you know, my loved ones. I mean, you know, when it comes to your spouse, you can have those difficult conversations and more than likely you're going to come out on a healthy side. But with friends, it becomes different, right? So the confusion comes into play. And you know what I was told recently about something, because I think I challenged or asked a question about something, and a friend told me I was a little too sensitive. Right?
It happens.
Yeah, but I also think that's also a sign of manipulation.
They don't want to try to shut you down.
Yes. It's like I want to shut down your feelings. I'm not going to receive what you're saying that bothered you. So in turn, I'm just going to say you're being sensitive. I think it's more of a valid thing for some people, but I think you should also have a conversation about it and take ownership of why that person is saying what she's saying instead of just saying they're being sensitive. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think for me, it's overall understanding that I can't please everybody. I'm not trying to. And I'm not here to help you. I'm not here to make you understand who I am. I am who I am, right? But I'm willing to be open to conversations so that I can help you understand who I am as a person, so that we can mesh better. Aside from that, I mean, I'm okay with, I mean, everything else. I just feel like it's important to have less confusion and less opinions about one another.
You know what comes to mind when you say that last part? Someone saying that you were sensitive. It should have triggered curiosity. So that's another thing I think to look out for with friendships or in general relationships. If there's a rub, if something's feeling like friction, is the person curious? Oh, you don't even care?
Yeah,
right.
That's right.
Don't even if I wait, you don't want to know why.
That's right.
Right. So keep an eye on those things. And these are the type of things that we're teaching our young kids too when they're developing their relationships. Like, is there reciprocity?
Yes.
So they can key in on perhaps something going the wrong way.
Yeah. And I think, and I'll just end with this. I think it's also a sign that you're disrespecting my boundaries because now you don't respect who I am and what the boundaries that I have in place for myself. Unlike, someone else would, so then those are the relationships you have to just kind of walk away from.
Yeah.
And I am pretty bad about just removing myself, but honey, let me tell you why I'm not at the point of wasting time on friendships anymore. I mean, either we're going to be friends or we're not.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So keep your relationships fruitful, keep them healthy, and keep less confusion in your relationships with your friends, family, or whomever you care deeply about.
Right. Yeah.
Well, guys, we just unpacked a whole lot in this episode.
Yeah. I can't even fit back in. It's unpacked and just leave it unpacked.
Right? Exactly. So I am here to say we're so thankful that you guys decided to join in with us today. We hope that you join us next time, and we hope that you also like, share, and comment on this episode. And do not forget to subscribe.
Ding, ding, ding.
We'll see you guys next time. Lock in.